quick how to use Autodesk Fusion 360 to make your wings, in case that's the only um, method you have available to you. So first we're going to put our span in here, and so I'm going to go right there, start with a straight line. So whatever your span is, maybe it's like 58 or something like that centimeters. Before you do that, by the way, you might need to go to your document settings and make sure that your units are centimeters. If they're not, you can edit that really simply just by, so I clicked on that and then go over here and choose, instead of millimeter, choose centimeter. So that should be pretty simple. Then, all right, so I made my wingspan. And then what I'm actually going to do, especially if you have swept wings, but either way, this is really helpful. See that mark right there? That means that we're right at the center. So from there, I'm going to go down and whatever my root chord is. So let's say it's 7.5. I'm going to do that. All right, now if you have swept wings, what you might find is that your, what they call your tip chord here, might be so many units back. So maybe it's like a 3.4 units back here, and then it's an additional from there an additional like 6.1 units or something like that. All right, so if I make those two separate segments, then I have some nice locking points to go to. And then it's really simple. We're just going to connect the lines. Oh, I need to do the same thing on this side first. So that was 3.4, and then another one at 6.1. 6.1. All right, there we go. Now I can take my line tool, and if I start in the right place, I can go all the way around. So from there to there. Now I gotta go from there to there, and then from there to there, and then from there to there. All right, so now you can see my wing in there, but there's a couple things that are weird about it. So I'm going to hit escape, so it gives me just my arrow selection tool. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to click up here where it says construction. I'm going to make that a construction line. That way, when it comes through, actually, to be honest, with these, we actually probably just want to delete these 3 lines. But there's another one we do want to make a construction line. So I'm going to delete that line. I'm going to delete this line. I'm going to delete this line. All right. And then this one I'm going to leave as a construction line. There we go. All right, so there's our whole wing. So the thing is, we're going to have to turn this into a solid, so I'm going to finish the sketch, and I'm going to turn it into a solid in order to actually go somewhere. So I selected that plane. If I want to go to that home view, then I can kind of see the extrusion happening here. Technically let's see, in some centimeters, I think it was 0.32. Oops. Centimeters is how far out that goes for our balsa wood. So there, now we have a wing. Forget how to turn it, but anyway, yeah, there's the wing. You can kind of see it right there. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to place this on a drawing sheet. So I'm going to go to I'll do that for now. All right, so what do I need to do? I need to go over here to design. I need to go to drawing from design. I gotta name this thing, so I'll name it wing, and I'll put it under my glider project. Maybe I'll call it wing 2 instead. Alright, so there's that. Now it should be working on forming a drawing here, hopefully. So over here, the reference is the full assembly, destination, blah, 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 all that stuff's good. Units can only be inches or millimeters, so we're gonna leave it in millimeters. Now your sheet size, we need that to be big enough to get your largest span. 420 is millimeters is not enough because we had a span of 58 centimeters. So at least this one, for most of you, you'll wanna pick this A1 size. So hit that, hit OK, and then we'll get something to work with here. So it's rendering the drawing sheet for me. And I'm on a Mac, so it's going to go slow. Almost there. Yes. So good. Okay, now my scale, I definitely want this to be a 1-to-1 scale. All right. And it's going to look like that. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Once we get it placed, it's going to be just fine. So we're going to click on that. Still going. Oh, had to hit OK. Oops. Apparently that one was my bad. All right. Now, what's going to be really helpful in your wing is you want to have create sketch. You want to have a center line on this thing because when you go to put it on your fuselage, you kind of want to know where that center line is. So we're going to make a line from there to there. And we have our center line, and then I will basically I'll be able to fix that when I go to send it to a thingamajigger. All right, I want to laser cutter, so I want to get rid of this border because it's annoying. I'll get rid of this whole box right here because that's annoying. So I just clicked on them and hit delete, and now I have just my wing, which is exactly what I want. So in order for this to work with the tools we have available, you need to output this as a PDF file. So you're going to output PDF, and then we're going to do current sheet, and we're going to hit OK, and then it'll ask you to save. And as long as you have your Google Drive file stream running, you should be able to save it to there. So I'm going to go to Google Drive, and I probably need to go further than that. So I'm going to go into my drive. I'm going to go to my aerospace folder, and this year, and wing. All right, we'll do that. We'll hit save. It's going to be so great.